Okay, what I'm about to show you here is almost impossible to believe, so the choice is yours. What I'm doing here now, you hear the refrigerators racing again. All I'm doing is making a film at the very bottom. The refrigerator is on blocks, and I'm making films if there's any activity going on at the bottom, because I want to know why whatever he's doing in there is arrows moving in and out of the refrigerator. In this case, they're not. I have some footage where they're coming out as rods and they're moving in and out of the refrigerator. Okay, so you can hear the motor again is racing. This is not normal for a refrigerator. Okay, what we're going to do is go to the next video. And what we're trying to point out here again, you're going to see this one like you saw in the previous videos. When you open the door, you hear the excessive amount of racing. It doesn't sound like a normal refrigerator engine. And the whole point I'm making in this video, which is impossible to believe, like I told you in the previous video, 208, that the arrows are created from water. And so here what I discovered was the light they installed back on July 08, apparently was also made from water. And it's almost impossible to believe that they can take water and get life from it, take water and make materials. But all the evidence is pointing in that direction. Again, when I open the door, it stopped. He's got the refrigerator rigged. When I open the door, that he stops. He used to be more silent, but now he just blatant. He really doesn't care because he I know, so he just does what he wants to do. Okay, let's see now. What I'm proving you here, those photos that I'm saying is in the refrigerator. I'm only showing you here that, in fact, they are in the refrigerator. Okay, so we're going to move to the next one, which shows you that a little more clear. Here, I put this one in because you could hear the engine racing. In the next one, you can see that the photos that I'm taking, and I'm saying that up in the refrigerator, I cut that parcel off so that the camera can fit in there. And it's off to the side, so I have to turn all the pictures. Okay, so we're here in a minute. We're going to see, in one moment, we're going to see that I'm showing you now what I'm taking pictures of. Okay. Let one or two more. And again, what you see is the gray panel, but he is behind the gray panel. But you can see some on the panels and stuff. And we're going to focus on the light in a few seconds here. Okay, let's move on. I think this is the third one. So now we're going to the point of the video. Okay, the point of the video. This is back in 22 July 08 when I first discovered he was in the had a light up there, and here hopefully you can see the light. Hopefully you can see the light. You can see the shape of the light. Let's go out and see if we can bring it down a little bit more. We brought it down a little bit more. You can see the shape of the light. You can see the light. It's a light form. And at that time I didn't know how he formed the light or what he had stole it, made it from material, or what. I really didn't know. And I pointed it out to you. Okay, let's go on to the next one. I just put some papers and kind of so you can see it a little bit better. You can see it a little bit better. Okay. Now, what we're getting at now, these are the pictures that I just showed you in the video that I took today. The previous two was from July 08, 22 July 08. These are the ones I just taken here today, 14 October. And what's going on in there? Well, the first weird thing we discovered is this guy's face here. Let's see. We got to try to get him in the middle so you can get a good look at him. What you notice about him is, bring him down a little bit more. What you notice about him, there's a little light. That's the light behind the gray panel. Some usual things that you see here is like the guy with the old hat. There's a lot of little stuff here, but what we're after is, here you take a look at this. Okay, it looks like maybe he wants to form a light or whatever. What I'm saying to you is that what he's doing in there by racing the motor, some kind of energy he's giving off in there, and he's making things. Not only do I think that he's dealing with time, but he's also, here's the first formation you can see of the light. Now this is water hanging from the ceiling, and you remember back in 22 July on 8, when you look at those photos, they're in Flickr and also in YouTube. The water is just normal, but here you see ridges. Looks like it's trying to form something, and that's the point I'm making here. That this guy is taking, he's giving off some kind of energy, and he's making things from water. I know it's almost impossible to believe. It's impossible to believe that he could be made from water, because science would tell us probably that's not true. But again, we're not dealing with normal things here per se. Can you see that? Okay, we get to the next one. And that face is still there. Now watch, we're coming up soon where it's going to be gone. Again, you see the whole picture. Now you see even better. You get a little better view. It's kind of hard to get this into the center. There you go. You can see it a little bit better. Where you see it's forming. It's not a normal drop of water, but it is water. And you can see it starting to form up with the base at the top. And you see that drop of water is more normal, but it's trying to form into light. And the thing that really put my attention was, as you see the light here now, okay? Now, in a few seconds, we're going to come to a video, the light is gone. But it's actually not gone. Here's about the last time I think we see it, maybe. You can see it form up. It has a formation. You can definitely see it form up. It's not just regular water. Okay. Now, we jump to the next picture. Now we come to the point that water is no longer forming as a light, like a fixture you can see, but you can see light being formed. In the previous water, there was no light turned on. You only saw the formation, the structure of the thing. Now here you see there's a little bit of light showing through. It's coming through. Again, remember what I'm saying. It's impossible to believe that this guy somehow takes water. Everything his whole life is about water. He takes water and he builds things from it. Well, from the one I seen the other day, when the Lord showed me how they were forming, being created in water, well, that wasn't him. That was the Lord had to do that. Again, you see just a flicker of the light where the light used to form. Okay, next. We're almost finished here. Okay, this is back to number 1 to 22 July. And you can look and see the water at the ceiling. Look at all the water. You don't see that. He's got one light in the center and it's well formed. And all the previous ones you just saw, it was not well formed. It was being formed and it was taking shape exactly like this one. So the bottom line is, what I'm saying to you is that what's impossible to believe is that what he's actually doing when he's racing the motor, he did not race the motor for 4 or 5 days, and now he started back today for the first time. And so that reason our first video under the refrigerator to see if they're coming in or going out, and there was no activity. And in the past I have seen rods coming in, I have seen strange insects, strange movement there. So we know that's how they get into the refrigerator, somehow from the bottom. So then we went and showed you the noise to prove it again when we open the door, how it stops. Now the final point what we were after is I'm saying the evidence is saying that he is taking water, which he's made from, and he's forming physical things. This is a light, and you can compare it to the other light before, and it's your guess, your opinion, whatever you think. Well, that's what I basically want to show you here. The impossible, how is he forming things? Because remember, he had cars and all kind of things up in here, and somehow when he's racing the motor, he's making things. He's either probably traveling in time, because there was a starship there that's no longer there. The little man is there with his little derby, but the starship used to be there. It's gone, and this is just a lot of other faces and eyes. So you draw your own conclusion, and feel free to comment. Just whenever you comment, just don't use bad foul language, and say what you want. Freedom of speech is #1. God bless you and have a nice day.